Tori today. This is Al Fox from the Covington Fire Department, and he's come to show us around the truck a little bit, and then we're going to go over some fire safety rules. This is Fire Prevention Week, correct? And we're going to show you some really cool things. Al's going to talk about some things that are going to keep you safe. So we'll get right to it, and let's check out this really cool truck we have here.
Hey, how y'all doing today? She said, I'm Al Fox, Covington Fire Department, First Assistant Chief. Been doing this for 25 years. This here's Sean Selman. He's our newly elected safety officer. His boy, Jacob Bowles. I think you're a baby member of the department. No, not now.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Where's your mom?
And Katie Smith, she's a fireman. Like I say, we're glad they invited us over here to do this. We'll show you a little bit about the truck, some of the tools on it. If you want to come over in here, this is our inside the truck. We call this the officer seat. He rides, listens to what goes on. He's got an air pack and everything he needs is up here, radios. So when we holler back at him, we can know what we're wanting. And back here, where the crew rides, 4-man crew back here, equipped with air packs, everything you need to go in and fight fires with. Carry the ladders here on the side. Our tack lines, like I say, it's a 2.5-inch hose. You gotta have about 4 people to operate this thing. You got your 1 3/4 of tack lines. That's usually what we go through the front door or back door with.
Up here's where you have all the fun. The driver of the truck, once he gets here, this is where he comes after he parks the truck. Right here is where everything happens.
And for the first 10 minutes of the fire call, this man here is the most important guy. He's going to give you the water that you need. And once he gets everything established, he just sits back and watches gauges.
So where do you hook up to the fire hydrants, like the water supply? Where do you?
You can hook up on either side. This here's a Y. You can come in here with a 2.5, just like this. But on the other side, we got to hook up for a 5-inch hose.
Oh, okay.
It's big, and yeah, I'll show you that here in just a little bit. See, we got the certain tools here that we pull ceilings with. See all of our little compartments.
You have to have a lot of equipment to fight fires, guys.
I say we carry the big ladders.
Oh, look at this hose, guys. This is huge.
This is the 5-inch hose. Hard to believe, but the stack over here is 1,000 feet of this hose right here. I said, then we got what we call here is a Augustus tool to fight car fires with. You can't get the hood or trunk or inside open. Got a sharp diamond point on it. Ram it down through the hood. You put the fire out safely. Like I say, we keep extra tools back here. I said, there's 1,000 feet of this. There's 800 feet of that.
And how heavy do you think that is?
It's pretty heavy when you start rolling it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. How about that?
It's even heavier once it puts water in it. You can't move it.
Yeah, wow. That's it. No wonder it takes a lot of people to work the hose.
This here's what we call a negative pressure fan. We got to set that up in the house to pull smoke out. We call this a positive pressure fan. We want, got a lot of smoke somewhere deep in the house. You put this in the front door, and it usually pushes it out to where all the open windows.
Okay, so it's not just pouring water on a fire.
No.
It's a lot more to it.
Once we get there and we know we have a working fire call, I say whoever comes off the truck first, which is designated when the call goes in, your officer, your truck, takes, so if he's got a crew of 4, he looks to see who he has. He will take 3 attack people, and one's going to be this guy here or the woman, whoever. You will run up to the fire hydrant, you will take his bag with you. You will open it up. I say it's got all kinds of adapters in there.
Oh, wow.
It's a hook to the fire hydrant itself. This is like a 4.5. This is the 5-inch. Just depends on what, it goes from a 2.5 to make it a 5-inch.
Oh, and that hooks onto the hose.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's a lot of hydrants that don't have these connections on it. We got to use that. That's why you take that bag with you.
Now, what if you go to a fire and it doesn't have access to a fire hydrant?
Well,
Has that happened? Or?
Yes. That's what the county runs with. It's what we call a tanker shuttle. If you get to a place you have no water, it carries 1,500 gallons of water.
Okay. So
So
sometimes you do have to bring your own
yes,
water.
we call this here is what we call a blitz fire nozzle. We got a big fire, heavy fire. We'll set this up out there in front of the house or building or whatever it is. And once you get it started, it'll sit there by itself. Just rotate back and forth.
Okay, for you guys.
Like I say, it's just more valves, connections that we need. So this is what we use to go in and fight fire with. It's how we breathe inside. I said we carry extra ones, extra spare bottles. I said we got spare bottles on the side of the truck.
Yeah, because you can't.
Yeah.
I make sure you can't run out of that.
We got life safety rope.
Ropes and hammers.
Yeah, I say we carry all kinds of stuff.
Axes and all kinds of stuff.
You never know what you're going to run into.
Yeah. Now, what is that hose made of?
What this?
Yes.
Just rubber. All it is
It's
rubber.
rubber.
Hard
Okay.
rubber. You can just feel how 25,
Yeah.
that's 25 foot. You imagine 100 feet.
Oh gosh, that's really heavy, guys. I can barely hold that.
You go to a firefighter 1 class, I think it's a 180-hour class.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot of work. Because you guys have to know what to do to put out all these fires.
Exactly.
Like Al said, you don't know what you're going to run into. It could be, sometimes it's just a little fire, but sometimes it could be
That's
a
right.
really big fire. And then it could be a little fire that goes into a really big fire. So they have to be prepared with all their stuff. And this truck has all this stuff on it. But they still have other trucks that they use too.
Yeah.
It's just-
Like I say, we got 7 other trucks.
So it takes a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Not just one person hops in the truck to go fight a fire.
No.
It takes a lot of people to get the job done safely and properly.
Then if you notice, like on the other side, we hit yellow hose. On this side is blue hose.
Okay. Is there a difference for the
Well-
water?
Well, the reason is it makes it easier on the pump operator. The way we run our hose is if he goes off a truck and he sees they got a blue line, he pulls the blue lever. We got different color codes to indicate what line you're pulling, whether it be the yellow line, the blue line. We got a red line that's on the back that's indicated as well along the panel. And all our intakes and outtake are labeled as well up here. So the driver's the most important part for about the first 10 minutes, then you're just watching gauges.
Okay, we're going to go inside and Al and his crew is going to show us about some safety that you can use at home to keep you safe if you would happen to have a fire in your